Good morning, class. Welcome to Clash University. I'm your host, Headmaster Spades. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Valkyrie, and is this troop overpowered? So I'm going to show you the stats right now. All right, here's the stats. Valkyrie at level 5, which is the max level, does 148 damage per second, has 1100 hit points, and costs 190 Dark Elixir. Now, the Valkyrie does almost as much damage as a max wizard. The max wizard does, I think, 164 damage per second, and she does 148. So that's almost as much. And she has about 10 times the hit points as the wizard, which is pretty darn impressive. So let's jump into a few raids. All right. This first raid is just going to demonstrate some of the great powers of Valkyries. All right. So Little Hockey from 13A Fuse places his golems down and then places some wizards behind. Now, these open bases really do not work well if you're attacked by Valkyries. Here come the Valkyries right now. He had 4 in the clan castle, I believe. And here come his heroes. Now, just look at how fast they do damage, especially under Rage Spell. They're really strong troops, and they do a ton of damage. So are these troops overpowered? Now, in my opinion, I don't think these are overpowered because they're very difficult to use, and even though they have a pretty high amount of hit points, they're still pretty squishy. I mean, 2 giant bombs will take out about half their health. And if you have them in groups, which is mostly how most people do them, then that's going to take like 10 of your Valkyries down to half health if it just runs into 2 giant bombs. And I also believe they're pretty hard to use because they go after any building. So if you don't clear enough buildings, then the Valkyries are just going to run around the entire village, and you're not going to get to the core. But that being said, they're still incredibly strong, as witnessed by these few raids that I'm going to show you, including Little Hockey's raid right here. Now, Little Hockey has pretty much, there's no way this is not going to be a 3-star. There's no defenses that can stop his king, his queen. He's got a golem up. He's got his queen's ability. There is 2 defenses left. One's an air defense, and the other's a mortar, and that's not going to do anything to these heroes. But notice how the Valkyries didn't survive that raid. Now, that was very interesting. You know, with the witches, when they were super strong, they could demolish a base and you'd have like 10 or 15 witches still alive. Now, witches have been nerfed into the ground, but... Oh, and here's another raid. This is an attack on my base. It was actually a 3-star raid. I was kind of embarrassed about it, but... you know, it perfectly demonstrates the strength of Valkyries, especially against a base like this. I mean, he activated his Warden's ability pretty early. I'm not really sure why he did that. I think it was just a misclick. But watch this. By releasing his Valkyries, they go right towards the center of the base. They jump right in. Sorry about the pause, guys. They take out the town hall and every structure before they all go down. And meanwhile, his king and his queen are following the golems, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want, is you want the king and the queen to follow the golems so the golems can tank for you. The Valkyries pretty much have taken out everything. There's only 1 expo left, and the Valkyries take the town hall in right now. There's 2 Valkyries left. His king did go up top, which wasn't very good, but he managed to clear out a lot of the buildings, so... You know, it couldn't hurt in this raid. I mean, it was a pretty well executed raid. He managed to jump right in. The Valkyries didn't go around the base. They went right towards the center and took out everything in the center. Sorry I got this pause, guys. This server I'm using is just really bad at the moment. Okay, there we go. And back. We're back. Okay, there's a few structures left. The king and the queen are just going to take out the rest of this. I mean, the queen and the warden are just going to take out the rest of this. There's 3 golemites. There's 1 cannon that can do damage, and the expo's not even targeting them. So this raid is pretty much over. There we go. We're speeding it up. Okay, and that is it. So you look at these raids and you go, yeah, the Valkyries are definitely overpowered. I mean... They do a ton of damage. They wipe out the base. But here's an example where the Valkyries aren't as strong. So this is an attack by me against a Town Hall 11. I was actually really nervous during this attack, but you know, it ended pretty well, considering I'm a Town Hall 10 attacking a Town Hall 11 with max Infernos and a max Eagle Artillery and pretty strong defenses. So I placed the Wizards down, and then I placed a ton of Valkyries. And you see how the Valkyries all went towards the center of the base, which is perfect, exactly what I wanted. The Valkyries are now in this core of the base. I used 2 freeze spells to freeze both Infernos, Exposed, and the Archer Towers, so the whole core is just not being able to fire on my Valkyries, leaving them at very high health. Valkyries just move so fast and do so much damage, but they're really not overpowered because they're kind of difficult to use. And they're pretty squishy, so it's not, you know, against a max base, they're not going to last that long. I mean, you're going to get 2 stars, but you're not going to get 3 stars like you did with like level 3 witches when they were overpowered. All right. Eagle Artillery is targeting my queen. And that's pretty much the end of the raid. So guys, leave a comment and tell me what you think. Are Valkyries overpowered? Please like and subscribe as well for daily Clash of Clans uploads. Thanks guys. Have a great day.